Hey my loves, before I start this episode off, I do have an announcement, which is this episode was actually part of my For Real Fridays IGTV, which I'm actually planning to post every Friday, and just not as an IGTV, but as a podcast episode. So I will not only post Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I will also be posting now on Fridays. So to start off this episode, I want to say welcome to my podcast, or welcome back to my podcast. My name is Kat, and I'm the creator of this podcast, which is called Finding Kat. This is episode number 17, and this episode is actually brought to you by my free workbook, which is called New Year, New Intentions. And this workbook is an interactive, downloadable workbook designed to help you create intentions for the new year and keep you on track monthly, weekly, and daily when it comes to creating the life you desire. So if you want to create a roadmap to success this new year, you can click the link in my bio, subscribe, and enjoy your workbook. So today's episode is about my 3 tips to help when you are feeling depressed or just feeling bad, but you need to get to business. So it's on those days where you're just not feeling your best, but you have a deadline and you need to reach that deadline, and that's life sometimes. So hopefully these tips will help you for those days, because I was dealing with those days way too much these last 2 weeks. So I really do hope these help you. Now, to protect my butt, I do have to put a disclaimer in which I am not a doctor. I use this platform to share things which I have learned, as well as things that have worked for me, which I hope help you. Hey my loves, welcome to For Real Fridays, where I talk about real that happens with creating a business. As someone who has just started on her business ventures, I know more downfalls than I do wins. So I'll be posting about all my downfalls every Friday and what I learned from them, because that just sounds sad if I'm just talking about all the stuff I fucked up on without learning from them. So today I'm going to be talking about dealing with depression and balancing your business. As someone who does deal with depression, sometimes work can be hard as hell. Like, it's crazy to not even have the energy to work on what you're passionate about. And it really kind of sucks, but it's something that I go through, and I know a lot of other people must go through with as well. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. Oh my god. So depression is, I have notes because this is a work in progress. So I'm gonna be looking over to my left to my notes so I can stay on track. Because I'm trying to keep this, look, I'm not on track already. I'm explaining this whole thing. I'm sorry. So depression is something huge to handle. Now, adding a business on top of that, and it sometimes will feel like impossible to deal with. You have the stress of your business, and you're like, fuck, I got all this stuff to do, but then you're like, god damn it, but I don't want to do anything, and just hide me away from everything, and just let me stay in bed. Like, let me just night. Like, that's how it sometimes feels. And I'm one to be so stressed about planning and wanting to plan everything perfectly. So dealing with depression and not having the energy to even do like my list sometimes bothers me. And sometimes I try to be the big dog, and I try to say like, F these emotions, let me push these down. And that, I skipped a lot of stuff, but that is one of the things I will be talking about today, is not pushing your emotions like down deep, because you need to handle them, you need to take care of them, you need to figure out, hey, what is going wrong, and let me fix this, so you're not bottling it up and then out of nowhere you just pop. So this and last week has been actually very, very hard for me. I actually planned on recording this episode like on Tuesday, and It's not like you guys would even know that I'm recording it now, but I'm recording it on a Thursday because I just felt so negative and I was hating everything I was doing. I wish I could explain it more, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So my first tip, because of what I went through for the last 2 weeks, I looked over my weeks and wondered, okay, where did I F up? What can I fix? What can I use to help me? And I take those 2 weeks and I figure it out, and I came with 3 little tips to help you when dealing with depression and helping, working on your business or working on anything, to be honest. So my first tip is to don't push the emotions down. You can't do that. I did that. I tried to do that, and I recorded 10 episodes in 6 hours. These episodes are 15 to 20 minutes long, so there was no reason for it to take 6 hours, but it did because I thought I could be the big dog and say, F these emotions, they don't control me. Let me record these videos because I have a schedule. And it caused me to not only spend 6 hours on working on something that should have taken me at least 3 hours max, but I only ended up keeping 5 videos. I only kept 5 videos. So I'm gonna have to re-record 5 videos. So if I just waited, and took care of myself and recollected myself, maybe I would have recorded the videos later, and maybe those 6 hours I took recording those episodes, if I just took 3 hours to take care of myself, maybe those 3 hours left, I would have created 10 beautiful episodes. But that's not what happened. It did not work in my favor, and I learned from my oopsies. So if you feel a little off in any way, shape, or form, just take the time to figure out what is wrong and take care of yourself. Like I said, if you push them down, you will explode sooner or later if you push down all your problems and you don't handle them. It's happened to me. It's happened to, I think, everyone. When you push down anger, push down sadness, push down anything. There was this quote in this movie, I think it's called The Book of Bloods, and it said, there's more room out there than there is in there, and you need to get that stuff you feel, you need to get that out there. You need to figure out what's wrong to take care of yourself and to better you, so that betters your business and betters anything that you are working for. Trust me, shoving down emotions will not do anything except mess with your mind, because you will literally think that everything sucks, and you will be like, this sucks. I kept re-recording the same episode, and that's what kept happening, because I kept feeling stupid because I messed up a word, or I messed up my intro, or vice versa, here, there, you know what I mean? So my second tip is to take time off to raise your vibrations. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't know what that did to the noise, but I apologize. Take the time off to raise your vibrations. So if I took those 3 hours off to, take care of myself, maybe I would have been in better energy to do all that stuff. But that's not what happened, and that's what I collected from my 2 weeks, because actually, I think this week I wasn't feeling so good, so I took a second to take a shower, because showers for me, when they're not for taking a shower and they're because I'm sad, I kind of take it as a time to take off the bad energy, reset in a way. At least that helps me reset my brain, and it's okay, let's start this day off new. And that's what I ended up doing, and it actually really did help. Throughout the day, I still had certain moments where I got really, really depressed, but overall, it helped out with the situation, because it could have been worse, because I was going to record these videos on that day, and I ended up not. And I'm actually very grateful for myself for taking care of myself and not taking these videos a couple of days before. So let's say, so I'm stubborn and will sometimes not take time off to take care of myself, which I am working on. I did well last week, so let's go. But when I do, I usually will either sage or take showers, like I said. Now, let's say you need to finish your work by a certain time and you just aren't in the best of mindsets, because we all have deadlines, and I understand when a deadline is due and you're feeling like complete crap and you're just like, I don't want to do this, but I kind of have to. So that is why I may take time off to raise your vibrations, because sometimes that hour, that 2 hours, those 3 hours that you take for yourself really help you. And they just really help you. I don't know what else to say. Your health is very important. Wait, I skipped. This is why I have notes. So, if you just aren't in the best of mindsets, then still take the time to take care of yourself. And when you feel a little bit better, then you can finish your work. And after you finish, applaud yourself and take the day off, because you weren't feeling so good. So finish the deadline, whatever is due, and then take the time off and relax. Take this for you. You needed it. Give it to yourself. Your health is very important. There's always going to be work and things to do, so always think about your health and think about what's better for you. I kind of left that there for me so I can read that, because I need to, keep that in my mind. So some things you can use to help raise your vibrations are cleansing your energy with sage. You can even cleanse your place. If needed. I always like lighting up sage in the morning or lighting up sage before my episodes, I feel good. I love saging. I love it. Meditating. I do use the Headspace app to help me. I have kind of fallen off on meditating, and I've been thinking I need to add that back into my routine. So I need to stop making excuses and put it in my routine. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Yoga, this is more personal, but like when I stretch, like and bones crack like that, it feels good. Like it feels like I'm like all that tension is leaving my body and is leaving me, if that makes sense. Motivational videos, it really helps your self-esteem and boost you up and make you feel good. I talk about taking showers, but I already explained that one. My third and final point is realize it is okay to do your best on your worst day. We're always doing our best every day, and every day is different. Tomorrow you may be happy, and the next day you may be sad, and vice versa, and you may be happy for a whole month, and then one bad day. Stuff happens, but know that it is okay to do your best on your worst days, because at the end of the day, you're still doing your best. That's it. As long as you do your best, that is okay. So if only finishing one project out of 3 projects is your best, then that is okay. That is okay. And if your best is literally not doing any of those projects, getting out of bed to, take care of yourself, maybe doing some yoga, doing some stretching, and just going back to bed, if that's the best, then that's okay. So that's, I didn't write an exit for this, so I hope you enjoyed this. I think I did. So I hope these tips and anything else I say in this video help you in some way, shape, or form, and if they do, I would love to know. That was in the middle of this whole thing, but I ended up saying it at the end. But yeah, let me know if you like these. I'm awkward, I'm sorry. But I hope you enjoyed these tips with dealing with depression, with balancing your business. Just remember, hey, don't push your emotions down. Feel it, understand what you're feeling, and act upon it. Take care of it, see what you need to do for yourself. And then the second tip is to take time to raise your vibrations to help you and help your work. And then the third is remember it is okay to do your best on your worst days. So to wrap it all up, I hope you enjoyed today's episode and what For Real Fridays are all going to be about. I'm super grateful for you listening to this episode and to future episodes. I hope to help you resolve those everyday burdens by helping you unify your mind, body, and spirit to reach true well-being. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment if you love my energy and if I helped you in any way, shape, or form, because I would really love to know. And always remember, you got this, you are amazing, and I cannot wait to talk to you in the next episode. See you soon.